How we doing, everybody? My name is Medlar. Today I'm gonna teach you how to be the rank 1 player, bro. I'm gonna teach you how to be the best out of the best. If you want to be the best, if you want to stomp on the best, I'm gonna teach you. So if you're looking for like a very beginner's guide explaining every weapon, explaining how the game works, explaining how this is not the video for you. This is for the people who've played the game already, who already know what they're doing and want to learn a little bit more. As much as I love you mobile players and everybody else Xbox players, I truly believe PC is the best way to go. If you don't have a PC, I highly recommend you go buy one. Go get a summer job. Go get whatever you gotta do. Buy a computer. I feel like this is the best way you're gonna get performance, everything, controls, everything. I feel like this is the way to go. Next, FPS unlocker. This is for PC as well. If you have a computer, you can download FPS unlocker. Let me show you. Just type in FPS unlocker on Google. You'll see this GitHub link right here, and it looks like this. And you just download the zip file right here. The zip file, and before you ask, no, you can't get banned from it. Roblox devs already said it's not bannable, so don't. No, you're not gonna get hacked. Everybody uses it. It's an open source. Trust me, you're fine. Everybody uses it. Now, I do want to mention, if you do have a low-end computer, there's no point of you installing it because it doesn't boost your FPS. It unlocks the frame limit on Roblox. So Roblox right now, it's set to 60 frames, and when you use the unlocker, it unlocks to, I don't know, however much your computer can run. Also, you do need a 140 hertz monitor, just so you know. You may have a good computer, but if you have a 60 hertz monitor, it won't make a difference, right? You need a 144 plus hertz monitor. You can have 240 hertz, right? If you know, you know, right? Next thing I want to talk about the slash reset delay, and I'm pretty sure this is set to 3. Okay, so from my understanding is the slash reset delay is basically like how the delay it takes from your combat to reset. I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense. I don't know how to explain it. Just change this to 1. That's all you gotta know. But moving on, bro. That's all you gotta know, man. This is just how to be the best. Change it to 1. You're good. Next thing I'll talk about is debug mode. So if you have debug mode off, you don't see your hitbox. As soon as you turn debug mode on, right? If I turn it on, I'm able to see my hitbox of the weapon I have, right? I'm able to see the hitbox of my weapon. So, and this is very helpful because it you're able to see like how far your weapon hits. You're able to see where your weapon's hitting. And it just comes really handy, and you're able to learn from that. Next thing I want to talk about is shift lock. Well, it's not really shift, it's control on keyboard, but shift lock. Keep this on 24/7. There's no reason to have it like this. There's no reason. Just keep it on. Keep it on. That's it. All right, let's move on to the weapons here. We have heavy, light, and range, right? I recommend heavy. Your best weapon in the game is Dragon Slayer. I don't even have it. This is 110% the best weapon in the game. Feels like it has the longest range in the game. I believe this sword also has the same range as the Dragon Slayer, but the Dragon Slayer is a 2-hit combo. If you hit somebody twice with the Dragon Slayer, they're dead. The range is ridiculous on this weapon. I highly recommend to use it. It's the most overpowered weapon in the game, in my opinion. Nothing comes close to it, in my opinion. Another good weapons you can use is up to you, really. It just depends on, everybody has a different play style, so it just depends on what you want. As of right now, I've been using the curved greatsword, but that's because I don't have the Dragon Slayer. If I had Dragon Slayer, I would use it. Now, light weapons are a hit or miss. It just depends on the player. Like I said, everyone has a different play style. Me personally, I would stay away from this. If you're a light user, that's fine, and we can talk more about that later. But okay, moving on to the range, right? I would not use a crossbow. I know a lot of people use it. It is fun, don't get me wrong, but we're talking about wanting to be the best, right? So I would not use this weapon at all, and the reason for that is because it's too much work for the payout. You have to switch to fist, parry. The reload time is a little long for me. And yeah, me personally, I would just stay away from crossbow. Okay, now that we're done with weapons, I want to move on to utility. I think the best combo is C4, the kunai, and the frag grenade. You can replace the frag grenade with bandages, but that's really it. Every other utility sucks. I don't care if you got 5 kills on this. I don't care if this is to be the best, and to be the best, we're not gonna win with a bear trap, right? We're not talking about fun here. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is just common mistakes I see players do. If you want to win in this game, you need to prey on your opponent's mistake, and there's a lot of mistakes players do that you can take advantage of, and I feel like people don't do that. So here's mistake 1 I see 24/7. You see this chat box? Turn that shit off. Turn that off. Listen, you do not need to be typing. I know you want to talk your shit, just don't type. If people call you trash, don't type. It doesn't matter what's going on, do not type. Do not type for no reason. And plus, don't keep the chat box open, bro. It's laggy as of right now, I think. Right? Don't type. There's no reason to type. I'm telling you, bro. If you want to be rank 1, if you want to be the best player out there, just don't type. Because at the end of the day, you just make it worse for yourself by typing. There's nothing you can benefit from typing. Okay, next mistake I see a lot of players do: panic bait, right? So panic bait is when the player's really low and they see a player running towards them and they bait. So for example, if I'm really low and I see him running towards me, what's the first thing I'm gonna do? Bait. And a good player will know this and he'll instantly kill you right after. I think a better way to play it out is like this. Okay, let's say I'm low, right? And I see him run me. I feel like instead you should kite. That's what I'm saying. You should kite. Try to kite. Look, see, you gotta kite. Try to kite. You know, work your way around. There's always you can always play around. Use your grenades. Use whatever you gotta do. You know, bandage bait. Don't just stand there and rely everything on that one parry on hitting. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna work. Sure, it's gonna feel good when it does happen, but 9 times out of 10, that's not how it's gonna work. Next mistake I see a lot of players do is not using their abilities. This is just like common sense, but I always see them never use their C4 because it's too good for them. They're too good for C4. Listen, if you want to be the best player, you gotta drop all the morals, bro. The kunai, same thing with the kunai. I see a lot of players don't use it. You gotta steal all these kills. If you see somebody across the map that's like from one shot away from dying, what do? You shoot your kunai and you want him to die. I feel like many people don't use their items. You know, if you're low, use your bandage, use the frag grenade, just use your items. Always use your items 100% of the time. Another thing I want to talk about is stamina. The stamina is so important. I see a lot of people wasting their stamina all the time. Stamina is your best friend. This is literally what makes you unstoppable. The stamina bar right here, bro. If you use all of your stamina running up to somebody, he's just gonna outrun you. Use up all your stamina, you can't dash, you can't do any of that. You can't run. Stamina is your key. You gotta learn how to just walk sometimes. You know, you don't have to hold down on the shift button 24/7. You know, there's times where you can just walk, and usually that comes with just instinct and playing over time. That's all I can tell you, man. I feel like many people just overlook stamina, don't realize how important it is from time to time. Another mistake I see a lot of players do is glory killing over just stomping. Listen. In this game, like I said, you never want to stand still ever, because what's gonna happen? You're gonna get C4 thrown at you. So when you do a glory kill, it takes like what, 6 seconds? Some crazy number. It takes forever to do a glory kill. And by the time you finish your glory kill, you are most likely dead or injured from somebody else third party. It's just bound to happen. So there's literally no reason to ever glory kill. And if you see a body on the ground, always stomp, bro. It doesn't matter. Just thirst every kill you can, bro. It's just to be the best player, man. This is a guy to be the best. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is the clothes you wear. We're talking about the people who want to be rank 1. So we have to talk about this. The clothes you wear and the skins you wear matter. If you're wearing a girly outfit, or if you're wearing an anime ass outfit like me, 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna get targeted. Because people hate those type of people. If you're a bacon head with Demon Slayer, yo, they're not gonna fuck you because they're scared of you. They're scared of you. They're never gonna want to touch you. As much as I hate to say it, I feel like people with headless as well, people are scared of them. I don't know why. They're just pussies. Same thing with but skins also have a big thing. You know, you have the 10K armor. Yo, wear that shit. People might be scared. You know, if they know, they know. You might think I'm a little bit dramatic, but like I'm telling you, this is for the rank 1 players. I'm trying to get y'all to be rank 1. And every little bit matters. So if you want to dress up like an e-girl, go ahead, bro. But you're gonna get targeted, or you're gonna get weirdos. And that's just how Roblox is, bro. Unfortunately, that's really it. Once you played this game enough, you just automatically know everything. There's nothing that you haven't seen. Like there's not a playstyle you haven't seen. You want to be the best player, stick to one weapon and use that weapon, because main it. Yes, main the weapon. That's what I'm saying. If you have Dragon Slayer, once again, this stupid ass Dragon Slayer, it's the best weapon for a reason. So once you do get that weapon, just use it permanently. Pick a weapon and stick to it, because once you stick to it, you're able you eventually you just memorize and your brain takes over and you have muscle memory. You're able to know like how far your weapon can go, able to know what your limit is. All right, spamming. Now, the reason why I want to talk about spamming is because I feel like it's a legitimate playstyle. Like low-key, I feel like it's really good. Everybody hates spammers. All the tryhards hate spammer. But I feel like there's a reason why they hate it, because they struggle with countering it. The reason why I think spamming is actually good is because, think about it. When someone's spamming, most of the time they parry, right? But the spammer is usually a new player and they miss. So they waste their parry and then they just go ham and then they die. Okay, that's just my personal. That's just my hot take. My hot take. So what a lot of people do is called parry baiting, which is a really good example, and it's very quick if the player doesn't know. And a lot of players are so clueless and stupid that they don't realize it. So for example, all right, let's say there's a guy in the lobby, right, and he wants to come over here and try to hit me, right? All right, try. Right? It's a good parry bait, right? You see? So I'm able to do that, and then once he's parried, I'm able to just insta kill him. You should be able to insta kill him just from that one parry. Now it does take practice, and it's a little bit cocky as well, because sometimes it doesn't always work out like that. So but that is a tip and trick you can use, and it comes very in handy, especially when players are clueless as they are. Okay, let's say I've been injured and I'm healing, right, and I want this guy to come over here and try to hit me on me, right? Boom, 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 boom. Well, you get the memo, right? That kills, right? We're fighting, right? And I want to bait him. We're both low health. I want him to come over here and boom, and then he ends up dying. And yeah, that's a really good mechanic as well. You can learn. Like I said, that's a little bit more try hard stuff, and it's a little bit harder to pull off. But with a good practice, man, you'll be the best rank 1 player on the server. Yeah, I'm running from this corner, right? I'm running, and he's chasing me, and then I see him. Boom. That's a really good trick to use your C4s when you're in a bad situation. Usually stuff like this comes naturally just by playing the game or seeing other people do it, but I'm teaching you guys if you don't know. Yeah. So when you're fighting somebody, 9 times out of 10, and I see this every time because it used to happen to me all the time. What they do is this. Look, take your weapon out. Right? Let's say I'm trying to fight this guy in a public server, and they all do this. They try to predict each other's parries, and then yeah. That happens all the time, every single time. I don't know how many times that happened to me when I first started playing. Everyone parries exactly. They both run up to each other and they insta parry all the time. So what you can do is like this. Let's do this, for example, right? I know he's gonna parry, right? And then you can hit, right? Because you just know it's about predicting. It's about like it's like about mindset, you know, like because every player does that. Every player does that. You have to know these players. You have to know how they play. Or walking up and then taking the sword off, doing this. Just take it. No, I swear to God, you don't know how many times I like you just take the sword out and take the sword back in, and people parry. Another good one is swing and take the weapon off, right? That's a good way to get parries off, is when you swing and take. You swing and you take the weapon off. Always move in this game. Never stand still. Ever. Don't ever stand still unless you're not competing, or don't ever stand still. Because when you stand still, people can just snipe you from afar. They can hit you. They can do all that. So don't ever stand still if you want to be the best. All right, now.
Go against the use, foolish, don't do this move. Don't spit in my presence, add up my weapons. Got campuses and towns locked down, government status out of habit. Where cast is mad at 8 feet for the masses.